Good morning, students. It is one of the videos for writing sections, that is the letter to the editor. It is one of the best medium to express one's expressions regarding an issue that is a problem faced by a common man in the society in a democratic country. As freedom of expression is the right of the citizen, so it is one of the most attractive columns of the newspaper through which any citizen, any educated person or an illiterate person can also get an assistance to raise the issue to the public platform, whether it is a political, social, economic, or any problem that is related to the benefit of the mankind. Really, it gains popular attraction when it is written effectively to the point, describing the problems in a very effective manner so that the authorities concerned can be awakened and immediate action can be taken. The letters to the editor section of your local newspaper or paper is an ideal forum for sharing your opinion and a story with the local community so that it would be aware to all people in that locality. It is one of the first pages many elected officials turn to, means they just pay attention to the problem of the people. Letters to the editor show that an issue is of concern to the community and are excellent tools for education because it describes the issue with certain facts and ideas that are for major concern to the people. Guidelines are there. There are some guidelines that must be followed while writing a letter to the editor. Localize your letter, explain or include examples because it can be made effective. Make your letter timely. If the newspaper has recently printed a story or column that interests you, you can have a reference of the article and use it as a springboard for your letter. What to do the next? Keep your letter short and to the point, and earlier it was written in 250 words with maximum, but nowadays as the question is of only 5 marks, so it must be written in 150 words maximum. Earlier, if it was a question of 10 marks, that's why the word limitation was of 250 words. Your letter should carry its most important message in the first paragraph. So first paragraph must be made very effective, and you must summarize the problem with certain polite, gentle words having some salutations that must be followed. Here, one more important thing is to include your name, address and daytime, phone number, editors like to call to confirm that the letter was actually written by the person whose name appears on the letter. Means it is the sole right of the editor that he should confirm himself whether the letter is written by the same person or any other person, so that confirmation must be done, and for that the editor can call you and it can be confirmed. Here the next point is to just make your limitation of words. Don't try to deviate from the point that you are writing about. Means one should always stay on the same subject instead of deviating from one problem to another. That shows the fickle mindedness of the writer. So be sure that your idea is so confirmed and so rigid you are to describe about as it should appear a genuine one. You should never try to divulge yourself in some other activities in the letter. Don't be disappointed if your letter does not get printed. Sometimes people feel disappointed. That is not a matter. It should be completely written. Newspapers get many letters every day and can't print all of them. Most papers won't print the same writers over and over again, because it is a public platform to raise the issue, and the best one letters which is written with more accuracy and simplicity of words which can be communicated so that the authorities can understand and masses can feel that it is a genuine demand, only then it is printed. The same writer's letter cannot be printed time and again because the newspaper is not meant for a certain person. It is meant for one and all. So it is the sole right that goes to the editor of the newspaper that whoever he likes their letters can be printed. Don't be afraid to ask for action. Don't be afraid to ask for action. It is a very genuine demand. Tell readers what you want them to do. This includes your elected representatives. You can be sure they read the letters to the editor. Means MLAs, MPs, ward commissioners or ward members, as well as in village there are mukhias or sarpanch who are also accountable for the development work and the public related problems to be resolved. If they do not pay attention, certainly their ideas must be reflected to the newspapers. So don't be afraid to ask for action. It is your genuine right that must be expressed. Now it is a matter of format, because it also requires 1 marks to get. So format must be correct. First of all, date and address of the person who writes that must be mentioned. Then to the editor and the address of the editor, it might be what from Patna, Ambala, or it is New Delhi, Chennai, Pune, or somewhere else. So it must be written. Then that must be headline or date of publication. If you want to give, that can be given. There should be 3 paragraphs in the body, sir, and then the subject you can mention. three paragraphs, and that must not be 3 to 8 sentences, and it must be completed within 120 to 150 words, and then you can close the letter by writing yours sincerely, yours faithfully, or something, and then you can write what the signature you can put, and that's all in this very video. So I will tell you something. I hope it was informative, and if you have any questions, you can ask. Thank you for your attention. Please, thank you. Thank you.